Hi guys, you are on Daily Thought with Natalie Brathwaite. You can feel free to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and to share this video with others. This channel is set apart for those of us who need to be encouraged daily, or whether it be fortnightly or whatever. Because all of us in this life need some sort of encouragement. Also, we do need at times to see things from different perspectives, and so on this channel, I try to bring a different perspective on some life issues or some life thoughts, even on some scriptures at times that would guide our life so that we can live more purposeful, more peaceful, more enriched lives, you see, because none of us have arrived to that place that is called perfection. I don't think we ever really will, but what we can do is live that best life that God has designed for each of us. So I hope that you would see that on this channel, nothing that I say would suggest that I have arrived, but it would suggest that I'm allowing you, or I'm giving you the invitation to walk with me into this journey of transformation and becoming all that God has designed you and designed me to be. So come on, let's get into it. Today we are talking about sin and why sin is what it is, and why it sometimes seems that it feels so good, because I had to have this discussion with God. I'm like, God, why does sin sometimes feel so good? It feels like it's okay, it feels like it's justified. So let's unpack what I gathered as I was having this conversation with God. So, sin is a byproduct of hurts, of purported insufficiencies or assumed lack. You know, sin is carried out to put at rest or avoid or evade a deep seated issue in our inner selves. So I decided, I wanted to find in the scripture how this can be, how it can be reflected in the Bible. And so I went to the story of Cain and Abel, the first murder in the Bible, and that comes from Genesis chapter 4, verse 3 and 8. And in that, this is what I unpacked in that event. What I was realizing is that Cain, as the firstborn, he felt as if his offering was supposed to be received automatically better than his younger brother, Abel. But when that didn't happen, he felt like it was a show of some sort of insufficiency in himself. He felt as though God was saying to him what he had given was not enough, when really what God was saying is that what he had given was not his best. Yes? So in his mind, he was telling himself, okay, so then the problem here is Abel. He didn't stop for 1 second to think about what might be driving his emotions of anger and disappointment or insufficiency. He didn't stop to think about that. He thought it was something outside of himself, and that something he thought was Abel. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to take him out of the picture, I'm going to murder him, and once I do that, my problems will be solved. But the problem about that is that when he removed that outer visual, according to him, problem, all it did is maximize the inner problem that he was dealing with. Yes? So let's just stick up in here and realize that anytime a person tries to pull down another, it does not automatically put them on a higher pedestal. And a lot of times, we as humans get that wrong. We think that if we pull down somebody else, it would make us somehow magically be on a higher pedestal. Oh no, it's so also wrong. Yeah. So as I went through all these thought patterns and so on, this is what I came about to understand. So I guess I propose that if what we have unpacked here is true, then it is also true that for us to live above sin would be the only sensible thing is to allow God into our lives, let Him survey our inner issues so that He can present a cure for our inner issues, and that way it will prevent us from trying to create temporary ointments to symptoms and not roots of problems, because it never works. It makes us feel temporarily justified, temporarily avenged, but it does not work, because as long as we have not gotten to the root of the problem, then the possibility of the sin will reoccur. Yeah. So think about it. Think about what I said. Think about in your own life when you have made the wrong choice, when you have decided to do something that was not exactly correct. Why did you do it? What was the feeling that drove you to do that, to make that choice? And when you have honestly answered that, you would see that what I'm saying here is indeed the only solution. The only solution is to let God in and let Him search us and see what is in us that needs a serious cure to the root of our problems. Yes, let the light of God come in. Let Him shine in every area of our lives. Do not hide anything. Let Him see everything. Let His light shine upon it. And that way, He would show us the truth of ourselves, and that we can allow Him to give us the final, the only cure to our problem. Alright, this will help us to live above sin. It's not that temptation doesn't come, definitely temptation comes, but it allows us to be able to identify the areas where we are weak and allow God to help us to be stronger. So I love you guys, and I thank you guys for joining me today. Go out there and live a transformed life. See you guys.